Once you master the skill of entering this state, the manifestation of your desires becomes inevitable. Our internal emotional and mental state is undoubtedly the master key to opening the doors of manifestation. More important than the techniques, which many believe to be the solution, is the internal condition we are in. It's like a mirror reflecting the prosperity we wish to see in our financial and spiritual lives. For example, imagine you want to improve your self-awareness and awaken to a prosperous life. If you're immersed in negative thoughts or doubts, manifestation techniques might become nothing more than a game of empty repetitions. Therefore, aligning yourself internally, truly feeling positivity and abundance, is the essential first step. Financial life, like other aspects of our existence, directly responds to the state we are in. If our state is one of scarcity and insecurity, that is what the world will return to us. But if, on the contrary, we put ourselves in a state of confidence and serenity, we begin to attract the right circumstances for thriving. Think of a person who, even in tough times, maintains an unwavering faith in prosperity and spirituality. This individual will inevitably see their external conditions improve because the universe responds to our internal vibration. It's not just about wishing, but about becoming the energy you wish to manifest. What is often overlooked is the power of emotional state in determining the results we manifest. Techniques like visualizations and affirmations are valuable tools, but without an aligned internal state, they become ineffective. It's like trying to grow a plant in barren soil. For the seed of prosperity to grow, the soil needs to be nourished with feelings of self-awareness, peace, and confidence. Transformation starts from within, and it is this state of being that begins to attract the opportunities and resources needed for a prosperous life. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to keep receiving content that will elevate your level of awareness. Imagine yourself in a situation where you are seeking to improve your spiritual and financial life. If you find yourself in a state of constant worry, you're likely to feel blocked with no clear solutions. Now, consider the difference it makes to shift to a state of confidence, truly believing that prosperity is already yours. This change in state opens doors, sparks new ideas, and attracts the right people who can contribute to fulfilling your desires. Instead of fighting against the current, you begin to flow with it. When we talk about manifestation, the focus should be less on the techniques themselves and more on the quality of the internal state that the techniques aim to activate. Tools are important, of course, but how you use them makes all the difference. A good example would be using affirmations. If you repeat phrases like, "I am prosperous," without truly believing it, they become just empty words. However, if you place yourself in an emotional state where prosperity is already part of you, these words become powerful seeds planted in the fertile soil of your mind. In many cases, the relentless search for manifestation techniques can lead to a vicious cycle where the focus is lost on action, not on being. It's not about how well you follow a method, but how you feel while doing it. That's why self-awareness is so important in this process. By deeply understanding your internal states, you can quickly identify when you are out of alignment and take steps to return to the desired state. Thus, awakening to a prosperous and spiritual life becomes more accessible and natural. A crucial point is understanding that the mental and emotional state is not fixed. It can and should be worked on constantly. Daily meditations, gratitude practices, and visualization exercises are ways to nurture and adjust the internal state so that it reflects the prosperity you wish to manifest. For example, by starting your day with a gratitude practice, you're conditioning your mind to focus on the good and abundant aspects of your life, which naturally elevates your state and, consequently, your manifestations. The state you are in is like the weather that determines what you will harvest. If the weather is one of internal storms, it's unlikely you'll reap sweet and juicy fruits. However, if you cultivate a state of calm, security, and confidence, the harvest will be abundant. This applies to all areas of life, from financial to spiritual awakening. When you realize that your emotional and mental state is the starting point for any manifestation, you start prioritizing your inner peace over any external technique. Often, people become desperate in their search for quick manifestation methods, believing that the solution lies outside themselves. But the true power lies in transforming the internal state. When you can find peace, joy, and prosperity within yourself, these qualities begin to reflect externally. It's as if the universe is a large blank canvas, and the internal state is the paint with which you create your reality. The more vibrant and positive the paint, the more beautiful and prosperous the images you create. When observing the lives of people who manifest great achievements, it's common to see that they not only work hard but also possess an internal state of certainty and conviction. They believe so deeply in the realization of their desires that this belief manifests in reality. Therefore, before worrying about the right technique, it's vital to cultivate an unwavering state of faith in prosperity and spiritual fulfillment. This way, the path to manifestation becomes clearer and more direct. To make this path to manifestation clear, embody the desired state. This is the true secret to transforming dreams into reality. It's not enough to just wish. You must live as if what you want is already a natural part of your life. Imagine someone who wants to achieve financial prosperity but still behaves as though they are always struggling to survive. This person should begin to act, think, and feel like someone who has already achieved the prosperous life they desire. This doesn't mean spending irresponsibly, but rather making financial decisions with confidence and a long-term vision. By adopting this mental state, you begin to align your actions with the success that is already yours. Self-awareness plays a vital role here. To embody the desired state, you first need to understand what it truly means to you. What are the feelings and behaviors associated with your goal? For example, if your desire is to awaken to a more spiritual life, what would your daily life look like? Perhaps it means setting aside time to meditate, reflect, or connect with nature. By integrating these habits into your routine, you start living the spirituality you wish to manifest, creating a positive energy cycle that attracts even more of what you seek. It's not about pretending you already have something, but about vibrating at the same frequency as what you desire. By deeply feeling the emotion of already possessing what you want, you begin to attract that reality to yourself. This requires practice and daily intention. If you wish to improve your financial life, start thinking and acting like someone who is already financially prosperous. This might mean changing your mindset about money, seeing it as a tool for prosperity rather than a source of worry. Small actions like organizing your finances or investing in knowledge can solidify this internal state. For those seeking to manifest a romantic relationship, embodying the desired state means seeing yourself as someone worthy of love and already living in harmony with an ideal partner. This might involve working on your self-awareness, identifying and healing old emotional wounds that could be blocking the path to new love. When you truly feel loved and valued, even before having a partner, this vibration attracts relationships that reflect this state. It is from this internal certainty that meaningful connections begin to emerge. Repetition without emotion or belief has no manifestation power. The key is to feel as if what you desire is already yours. This means creating an internal environment that supports this reality. If you want prosperity, surround yourself with things that represent it to you. It could be a simple plant you care for, symbolizing growth and abundance. It could also be adopting a reading routine about financial or spiritual success, like Napoleon Hill's books that emphasize the importance of visualizing prosperity before seeing it materialized. These practices help solidify the desired state in your mind and heart. Many people fall into the trap of waiting for external changes before feeling a certain way. But the process is exactly the opposite. To live a prosperous life, whether financial or spiritual, you first need to change internally. This requires adopting the desired state as your present reality, even if circumstances don't yet reflect it. Change starts from within. When you see yourself as prosperous and spiritually elevated, the world begins to respond to this new vibration. A powerful exercise to embody the desired state is guided visualization. Spend a few minutes of your day imagining yourself living exactly as you wish. Feel the emotions that this would bring. See the details of this life in your mind. For example, if your goal is financial prosperity, visualize yourself making successful investments, living in a comfortable environment, and helping others with your abundance. Feel the gratitude and satisfaction of this reality. This daily practice strengthens the belief that this life is already yours, accelerating the manifestation process. The external environment begins to change when the internal state solidifies. You might notice that as you embody the desired state, new opportunities start to appear seemingly out of nowhere. People who share the same vision of prosperity begin to come into your life. Your financial situation might start showing signs of growth, and your spiritual awakening might bring new revelations and insights. This is the power of aligning your internal state with your desires. You become a magnet for everything that is in harmony with your current vibration. It's also important to have patience and persistence in this process. Embodying the desired state is not something that happens overnight. It's a continuous journey of self-awareness and internal alignment. But each day you live as if you have already achieved what you desire, you are one step closer to seeing it materialize. The process of awakening to a prosperous and spiritual life is gradual, but each small advance creates a solid foundation for the final manifestation. Therefore, celebrate every small sign of progress, as it indicates that you are on the right path. By living in the desired state, you create a cycle of positive feedback. The small victories that arise along the way reinforce your belief and confidence, which in turn strengthens the desired state even further. This cycle makes manifestation inevitable, as you are constantly vibrating at the frequency of what you desire. And thus, without realizing it, you begin to naturally attract all the conditions necessary for a prosperous and spiritual life, turning what was once just a desire into a tangible reality. To further accelerate this process, live in the end result. Living in the end result is the art of behaving as if your desires have already been fulfilled. Imagine that, upon waking, you feel like someone who has already achieved everything they wanted in terms of prosperity and spirituality. This sense of accomplishment is powerful because your subconscious does not distinguish between what is real and what is intensely imagined. Therefore, by living in the end result, you begin to align your behavior, decisions, and emotions with this new reality, speeding up the manifestation process. By focusing on the end result, you free yourself from the constraints of lack. Instead of thinking about what you don't have, you start acting as if you already possess everything you desire. A practical example of this is financial mindset. If you desire a prosperous financial life, you should start making decisions with the confidence of someone who already has that prosperity. This might mean investing in new skills, planning your finances with clarity, or even donating to causes you believe in, demonstrating the abundance that already exists in your life. Visualizing the end result in detail is a powerful tool in this process. By closing your eyes and imagining yourself living the life you want, you begin to vibrate at the frequency of that reality. This can include imagining what your daily routine would be like, the people you interact with, and the feelings of satisfaction and gratitude that accompany this new phase. For example, if your goal is spiritual awakening, visualize yourself in a state of deep peace, in harmony with the universe, and feel how wonderful it would be to live this reality daily. Another fundamental aspect of living in the end result is the power of words. The way you speak to yourself and others reflects your belief about your reality. If you find yourself saying things like, "One day I will have this," or "I hope this happens," you are actually vibrating at the frequency of lack. On the other hand, stating, "I am already prosperous," or "My spiritual life is in full ascent," reinforces the idea that you already live in this reality. This small adjustment in language can have a profound impact on how you feel and, consequently, on what you manifest. Maintaining focus on the end result also helps to avoid distractions that can divert you from your path. When you live in the end result, difficulties and obstacles that arise are seen differently. They become challenges to be overcome, not insurmountable barriers. This is particularly important when it comes to your financial and spiritual life. If you already see yourself as someone prosperous, any financial difficulty is just a temporary phase. If you already see yourself as spiritually elevated, any emotional challenge is an opportunity for further growth. A practical exercise to reinforce living in the end result is creating a vision board. This board should be a visual representation of all your desires already fulfilled. Include images, words, and symbols that represent your financial prosperity, your spiritual awakening, and any other goals you have. Place this board somewhere you can see it every day, and as you look at it, feel as if you are already living that reality. This exercise helps to keep your mind focused on the end result, further solidifying this new reality in your life. It's crucial to understand that living in the end result is not about denying your current reality, but rather about focusing on the reality you wish to create. It's an act of faith and conviction, where you choose to align with the prosperous and spiritual life you want to manifest, regardless of current circumstances. By doing this, you are literally shaping the future, as your energy and attention are directed toward this new reality. Over time, this internal reality begins to reflect externally, and what was once a desire becomes your new truth. When you live in the end result, anxiety about the future decreases because you already feel complete. This sense of completeness attracts more of the same, creating a cycle of abundance. Think of someone who already feels prosperous. This person does not worry about scarcity because their mind is focused on the abundance they already have. This doesn't mean they are reckless or negligent, but rather that their decisions are made from a place of confidence and security, which naturally attracts more prosperity. Remember that living in the end result also involves gratitude. Be thankful every day for this new reality, even if it hasn't fully manifested yet. Gratitude is a powerful tool for reinforcing the vibration that you already have what you desire. By thanking for what is yet to come as if it were already present, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive. This daily practice of gratitude keeps you aligned with the desired state, strengthening the connection between your desire and your reality. When you feel as if you have already achieved what you want, the state change occurs smoothly and naturally. And so it should naturally, almost as if it were a spontaneous evolution of your new mindset. When you truly embrace the feeling of having already realized your desires, something profound within you begins to shift. It's not forced. It's as if your being is finally adjusting to the new reality you chose to create. It's like wearing a new outfit that initially feels a bit strange, but soon becomes comfortable, molding itself to your body until you no longer even notice that you're wearing something different. This natural change process is fundamental to manifesting a prosperous life, both financially and spiritually. Spiritual awakening and financial prosperity are not isolated events, but the result of an internal transformation that manifests externally. When you fully accept that you already have what you desire, your actions and thoughts begin to reflect this belief. This can translate into wiser decisions, unexpected opportunities, or even a sense of peace that permeates every aspect of your life. This natural transformation is a clear sign that your internal state is in perfect harmony with the reality you wish to manifest. It's the true essence of living a prosperous life. A practical tip to facilitate this natural change is the practice of conscious meditation. Dedicate a few minutes a day to connect with your inner self, which can help align your mind and spirit with the desired state. During meditation, visualize yourself already living the life you want and feel how this reality resonates within you. Over time, this daily practice will help solidify the state change, making it occur smoothly and naturally. This is an excellent way to integrate spirituality into your routine, allowing the change to develop without resistance. By allowing yourself to change naturally, you also open yourself up to new possibilities. When your mind and heart are in sync with what you desire, the universe begins to conspire in your favor. This is not magic, but rather the result of an elevated vibration that attracts people, resources, and circumstances that resonate with your new state. An example of this can be seen in someone seeking financial prosperity. As they change their state, they might start attracting better job offers, innovative ideas, or even mentors who help them achieve their goals. This natural change also prevents emotional burnout. When we try to force a change, we end up expending a lot of energy, which can lead to frustration and discouragement. In contrast, when change happens organically, it flows easily without creating resistance. This is especially important for spiritual awakening and prosperity, as both require internal balance. Forcing the process can create blockages, but allowing it to happen naturally ensures that the transformation is lasting and impactful. Changing naturally also means being in tune with divine timing. Sometimes, our desires do not manifest immediately because we are not yet ready to receive them. The change in state needs to occur at the right pace, respecting your internal process of growth and learning. This is part of self-awareness and spiritual awakening, where you understand that everything happens at the perfect moment. When you align with this wisdom, prosperity begins to flow into your life effortlessly because you are ready to receive it fully and consciously. A sign that change is happening naturally is when your actions start to reflect this new reality without you having to force it. You might notice that you start making decisions you wouldn't have made before, or that your approach to problems has completely shifted. These are indications that your internal state has aligned with what you wish to manifest. If you used to worry about every penny, you may now find that your financial decisions are guided by a calm confidence, the result of a prosperous mindset. Natural change also involves accepting current circumstances as part of the process. Often, we are so focused on the future that we forget to value the present. However, accepting where you are now without resistance is a crucial part of allowing change to occur smoothly. This doesn't mean settling for the current situation, but rather recognizing that each phase has its purpose. By doing this, you free yourself to naturally transition to the next state, which is more aligned with your vision of prosperity and spirituality. Finally, changing naturally is about trusting the process. Faith plays a central role here, as you need to believe that change is happening even if the results are not immediately visible. It is the faith in the reality of your desires that allows change to happen effortlessly. When you maintain this trust, everything around you starts to adjust to this new reality, bringing the prosperous and spiritual life you desire. And this trust, in turn, sets the stage for an even deeper and more solid faith. Faith is the invisible force that connects desire to reality, the bridge between what is dreamed and what is lived. In the manifestation process, faith is more than belief. It is knowing with unwavering conviction that what you desire is already yours, even before seeing any physical evidence. This deep certainty is what sets apart those who manifest a prosperous life from those who merely wish for it. Faith acts as a magnet, attracting the circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with this new reality, making spiritual awakening and financial success inevitable. Assuming the reality of your desires is the next logical step after strengthening your faith. Assumption is the act of declaring and living as if your desires are already reality. This does not mean deceiving yourself, but rather making decisions and acting based on the certainty that what you desire already exists somewhere on your path. For example, if you want to improve your financial life, start making choices that reflect a prosperous mindset, such as investing in financial education or practicing gratitude for what you already have. This reinforces the assumption, and over time, these actions materialize the life you envision. Faith also requires special resilience, a willingness to maintain conviction even in the face of obstacles. When the current reality seems to challenge your desires, it is faith that sustains the certainty that this is merely a temporary phase. During these times, it helps to remember success stories, such as Oprah Winfrey, who faced numerous adversities before becoming one of the most successful women in the world. These stories reinforce the idea that faith, when maintained, leads to the inevitable manifestation of prosperity and spiritual fulfillment. Assuming that your desires are already real also means opening up to the unexpected. Often, the path to manifestation is not exactly as we imagine, but if we are firm in our assumption, we accept surprises and changes of course with serenity. For example, someone who desires career success might find themselves redirected to an opportunity they had never considered, but which turns out to be the key to the prosperous life they wanted. This kind of flexibility, combined with faith, allows manifestation to occur in an even richer and more satisfying way. The power of assumption also lies in its ability to transform the perception of time. When you assume that something is already yours, the anxiety about when it will happen disappears. Instead, you start to live with the sense that everything is in its right place, and that time is merely a formality. This sense of peace and confidence attracts the right circumstances for manifestation to occur at the perfect time. It's like planting a seed. You don't worry about the exact day it will sprout, because you know that by nurturing faith and assumption, the result is certain. Faith and assumption also work together to dispel doubts. When you doubt, you are asserting that somehow what you desire is not possible or that you are not worthy of receiving it. But when you choose faith, you choose to believe in the impossible, and this choice has the power to transform your reality. To reinforce this practice, you can draw inspiration from figures like Nelson Mandela, who maintained unwavering faith in his vision of freedom and equality, even during years of imprisonment. This faith and assumption that a better future was inevitable were crucial to the transformation he manifested. For those on the path of spiritual awakening, faith is even more crucial. It allows you to connect with the universe in a deep and meaningful way, believing that there is a greater purpose guiding your steps. Spiritual faith not only supports the manifestation of material desires, but also internal evolution and connection with something greater than ourselves. Practices such as meditation, reading sacred texts, and reflecting on life's purpose are ways to strengthen this faith and assumption, creating a solid foundation for the manifestation of a full and meaningful life. Assumption is also a daily practice that can be reinforced with small rituals. One suggestion is to start the day with affirmations that declare the reality of your desires. Say to yourself, in front of the mirror, "I am prosperous. My financial life is constantly expanding. My spiritual awakening guides me every day." These statements may seem simple, but when made with faith, they have the power to reprogram your mind and align your actions with the reality you want to create. Another practical way to strengthen faith and assumption is to surround yourself with symbols and reminders of what you wish to manifest. This could be an image, an object, or even a phrase that represents your prosperous life or spiritual growth. By keeping these reminders in sight, you reinforce your faith that this reality already exists. It's a way to keep your mind focused on what is important, helping to dispel doubts and keep the assumption alive in your daily life. When faith and assumption are consistently integrated into your life, you start to notice a radical shift in your mental state. This prepares the ground for the mental consistency needed to maintain the desired state and ensure that manifestation is continuous and sustainable. Once you place yourself in the state of already having achieved your desires, it is essential to remain in that state, regardless of external circumstances. Imagine your mind as a thermostat. Once set to the level of prosperity you desire, it should maintain that temperature, not allowing external influences to destabilize it. This mental balance sustains a prosperous and spiritual life, allowing awakening and financial growth to occur harmoniously. Mental consistency is like a muscle that needs to be exercised daily. To strengthen it, practices such as meditation and visualization are extremely effective. Meditating helps center the mind, ward off scarcity thoughts, and reinforce the sense of abundance. For example, by meditating on your prosperous future, you are actually reaffirming to your subconscious that this is your new reality. Over time, this daily practice solidifies the desired mental state, making it a natural part of your life. Thus, spiritual awakening and financial prosperity become not only possible but inevitable. Maintaining mental consistency also means avoiding thoughts of doubt and negativity. When you catch yourself questioning whether your desires will really manifest, it is crucial to redirect those thoughts immediately. Remember that the mind is powerful and what you focus on, you feed. If you focus on doubt, you feed scarcity. If you focus on certainty, you feed prosperity. A good exercise is to write down 3 things you are grateful for each day that align with the life you want. This simple but powerful habit helps keep your mind tuned to a state of abundance. Mental consistency is also reflected in the small choices you make every day. Each decision, no matter how small, should be in alignment with the desired state. For example, if you seek financial prosperity, you should make financial decisions that reflect an abundance mindset, such as investing in yourself or growth opportunities. Similarly, if your goal is spiritual awakening, your daily choices should reflect a conscious life connected to your purpose. These small decisions, when added up, create a life that is in perfect harmony with the desired mental state. Another fundamental aspect of mental consistency is the ability to bounce back quickly from adversity. Life will inevitably present challenges, but how you handle them determines whether you remain in the desired state or deviate from it. An effective technique is emotional resilience, which involves acknowledging difficulties without being shaken by them. For instance, when facing a financial setback, instead of succumbing to frustration, remember that each challenge is an opportunity to grow and further align with your vision of prosperity. This perspective helps maintain mental consistency even in tough times. Keeping focus on the end result is another effective strategy for ensuring mental consistency. This means constantly reminding yourself why you are pursuing the manifestation of these desires and how they will positively impact your life. Visualize what you will achieve and how it will bring prosperity and spiritual well-being. By doing this, you reinforce the importance of your goal, keeping your mind focused and aligned with the desired state. It's like keeping your eyes on the prize, without letting distractions from difficulties along the way pull you off course. For those seeking financial prosperity and spiritual awakening, mental consistency also involves continuous self-education. Reading books, attending lectures, or following mentors who share a vision of prosperity and spirituality can be extremely helpful. Titles like The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy or The Secret by Rhonda Byrne are excellent sources of inspiration and knowledge. By nourishing your mind with positive and aligned content, you reinforce the desired mental state, making it increasingly consistent and resistant to distractions. Mental consistency also requires ongoing evaluation of your thoughts and emotions. A recommended practice is to set aside time at the end of the day to reflect on how you felt and whether your thoughts were aligned with the desired state. If you notice you've deviated, don't blame yourself. Instead, use this awareness as a reminder to realign. This practice of self-assessment not only keeps your mind focused but also promotes deeper self-awareness, which is essential for spiritual awakening and creating a prosperous life. A consistent mental state is sustained by faith and the assumption that what you desire is already yours. As previously discussed, this unwavering faith and certainty that your desires have already been realized are what keep your mind on the right path, even when results are not yet visible. This leads us to a powerful practice for reinforcing consistency: imagination and visualization. Imagination is the engine of manifestation. It is through imagination that you start to shape the reality you wish to experience. By using your imagination, you allow yourself to create, without limits, the ideal scenario for your prosperous and spiritual life. In this process, visualization becomes the tool that shapes these mental images, turning the abstract into something almost tangible. It's as if, by closing your eyes, you can see and feel what you desire, as if you are already living that reality. Financial life, spiritual awakening, everything begins in the mind, in the power to visualize in detail the life you want. Visualization means more than just seeing images. It's about feeling every detail of what you wish to manifest. If the goal is financial prosperity, imagine yourself living as someone who has already achieved this state. Feel the joy of financial freedom. Envision the travels you would take, the investments you would make, and the tranquility you would experience. This exercise is not just a fantasy. It is a powerful way to align your mind with the reality you wish to create. When you visualize consistently, Your subconscious mind begins to accept these images as true, and the universe conspires to make this vision a reality. Visualization also acts as a roadmap for manifestation, guiding your daily actions. By visualizing your goals, you become more aware of the opportunities and decisions that need to be made to reach them. For example, if you imagine having a successful career, your mind starts to identify opportunities to enhance your skills, network, or even change course if necessary. Visualization puts you in a state of alertness and readiness, where everything you do contributes to the spiritual awakening and financial growth you seek. For imagination and visualization to be effective, it is important to practice them regularly as a daily ritual. Spending a few minutes each day closing your eyes and visualizing your desires fulfilled can have a profound impact. As you do this, engage all your senses. Imagine the sound, smell, and texture of what you want to manifest. The more realistic the visualization, the more powerful your ability to manifest. A recommended practice is to create a vision board either digitally or physically, where you place images that represent your desires. This board serves as a constant reminder of the prosperous and spiritual life you are creating. Imagination can also be used as an antidote to negativity and discouragement. When things seem to be going awry, use your imagination to remind yourself of the reality you are creating. For example, if a financial obstacle arises, instead of focusing on the lack, imagine overcoming that challenge and returning to the path of prosperity. This shift in focus, driven by imagination, not only helps maintain your mental consistency, but also strengthens your faith in the manifestation of your desires. Visualization is, in many ways, a form of pre-experience of the desired reality. When you see yourself in the state you wish to achieve, your body and mind begin to react as if it were already real. This creates a powerful effect, where your actions and behaviors start to reflect this new reality, even if it is not yet visible to others. For instance, someone who consistently visualizes their abundant financial life will start making financial decisions with greater confidence and clarity. This shift in attitude is a catalyst that accelerates the manifestation process. For those on the path of spiritual awakening, visualization can also be a tool to deepen the connection with the inner self and the universe. Visualize yourself in harmony with the cosmos, receiving guidance and wisdom. Feel connected to something greater that guides your steps toward a full and meaningful life. This practice not only strengthens your spirituality, but also creates a solid foundation for prosperity to flow naturally into your life. In addition to visualizing big goals, it's helpful to apply imagination and visualization to smaller, daily goals. This helps build the habit of seeing your desires fulfilled, regardless of their size. For example, visualize yourself having a productive day, full of small achievements that bring you closer to your larger goals. This daily visualization practice keeps your mind focused and aligned with the life you are creating, making each day a step toward the complete manifestation of your desires. Imagination and visualization are skills that can be improved over time. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to create vivid images and real sensations. And the more real they become, the faster you will see results in your life. This ongoing practice is what will maintain the desired mental state, preparing the ground for manifestation. Now that you understand how mastering your emotional and mental state is essential for manifestation, it's time to take the next step. If you are facing challenges and feel like everything is working against you, know that this may be exactly the sign that you are about to undergo a significant transformation. Chaos often precedes prosperity, and it could be the push you need to align your spiritual, financial, and emotional life. Click the video that is appearing on the screen and discover how chaos can become the key to your evolution and success. See you there.